Okay, so today's agenda will discuss about the recruitment of new salespeople. But I would like us to develop some guidelines in selecting new salespeople and formalize a selection procedure to help our district sales manager, especially Jason, in the hiring process. So,
I will start first. A logical plan for recruiting bus broker salespeople, especially focused on the right source of recruit and develop. First thing first is, if we need bring in specialist salespeople, it can be difficult to judge when to do this and how to recruit the right people on our business. For example, our company, we already have a sales team. So it is important to know how to motivate them and measure their performance. First of all, we need to manage our sales team. Regardless of the size our sales team, it's important that it's managed properly and given direction to allow each salesperson to fulfill their potential. First of all, begin with the basic and develop a sales strategy that everyone is aware of. This should make clear what our objective. For example, if this priority to target new existing business, which product service are we must to keep promote. So our staff should be clear on what their roles or are within the sales team. It's a responsibility so that one member or staff look after the particular account, product or priority. This also allow customer to build a relationship with the particular account manager.
yeah, I suggest that we find someone with some kind of traits such as assertive, friendly, persuasive, and analytic. Then for the job description, we emphasize the need for candidates to have strong verbal of Bahasa Melayu and English, able to work in a self-directed way and have strong ability to take initiative. Besides all these things, I believe it is important for us to build a pipeline. First, we need to always be recruiting, which means other than open for application, we can make a rare opportunity by targeting and approaching a person that meets the criteria. Second, we open about the career prospect. It is important to be open with our worker about where we think where they are going, offering advice when they are need to progress, and always tell them what is their next step. That's what I suggested.
I understand and agree with some of the parts that Paige just said. We emphasize the needs for the candidates to have strong verbal in English and Bahasa Malaysia. Instead, we can focus more on candidates' personality. So we have to plan for hiring perfect salesperson and assessing the kind of person that we would like to hire. We can take plenty of time to decide on the type of personality that we're looking for. These factors such as confidence, resilience, competitiveness, and persistence can help us to decide how to recruit salespeople. Furthermore, we can go deeper into our list, desired characteristics to include areas such as the ability to get on with a wide range of people in all kinds of situations. We cannot be too fixed or too strict that we discard potentially excellent people for superior reason. We have to look beyond the CV and put people to the test during the interview process with some practical tasks to allow them to show us their skill. Even if we're initially veering towards another choice, as you can see, we'll never know what sales talent people can suddenly reveal during an interview or practical task. Adding diversity and variety to our sales team can help keep it vibrant and forward-thinking. So we have to give all our shortlisted sales candidates to the chance to show us who they really are.
I see that characteristic and personality plays a big role in finding good salesperson. So I guess I would agree with that. What do you say?
Salespeople tend to create the benefit that support company normal operating costs and provide fund for the next step in the development company. So from this point, salespeople are indispensable and irreplaceable in the normal operation of enterprise. Apart from that, the process of recruitment and selection involves many steps, and every step has a clear-cut criteria to go by. So by a layer of the selection, the enterprise can choose and recruit employees that are suitable to the position and meet enterprise recruitment.
Yeah. Okay, then I guess we can go to the next step, which is selection process. I especially focus on the selection tools and procedure.
In this company, there are 7 employee selection process that we need to use to recruit and replace officers under their respective department. The first step is through application process. After the job opening has been posted, candidates can apply freely, but the number of people that we recruit depend on our company, the specific function, and the number of people that we recruit depends on our company. The second step is through resume screening. Now that you have wrapped up the application phase of the employee selection process, you have a collection of resume or CVs to sift through the filter those deemed suitable for a screening call. What you need to do now is go through resume one by one, whether manually or software assist, and identify prime candidates. The third step is screening call. The email we'll send to candidate to schedule a screening call is important. That because it may very well be your very first communication with that candidate. So this is our chance of setting the tone of our relationship with the candidate and who know future employee.
After the screening call, the fourth step is the assessment test, where yearly selection or scanning is used to weed out the less acceptable candidate. A full assessment is usually more accurate. When used properly, it is a very accurate and reliable tool for scaling the best candidate. Indeed, the scholar literature suggests the assessment is reliable in predicting job performance. Choose a structured interview. The fifth step is job reference and background check. At this stage, you have reduced the long list of candidates to a short list of 1 to 3 candidates. An important step is a reference check. Reference check a way to confirm your perfection of a candidate. Ask the candidate to provide you with reference and follow up. If during the interview you have a doubt about the particular competency or skill, a reference check is a great way to gather more information from a different perspective. A background check can also be a prerequisite before registering and be part of the initial selection. Example, a certificate of good conduct or other criminal record check of teaching possible and other option that involves higher responsibility other tower.
The next step for the selection process is making decision and choosing the candidate with the greatest future potential for the organization. The best decision are making based on data-based approach. In practice, this means predetermined criteria by which each candidate is evaluated during the selection process. The best candidates are then selected and given an offer. Once we make decision, the selection process is not complete. Candidates still need to expect the offer. At the point, we should have all the information that will make the candidate say yes, obtained during the phone screening and job interview. The offer is then making the candidate. If the offer is expected, contract will be made and signed. Only when the employment contract is signed by all parties, the selection process will be complete.
Great. I totally agree with that. The approach and procedure that has been discussed could help to ease the selection process. In addition, this approach could reduce the probability of choosing the wrong candidates, which lately could affect on the productivity of the company as well as reduce the rate of turnover in the company. I am pretty sure that with this proper and clear selection process could benefit the company in choosing the suitable candidates. What do you think, Jason?
Okay, in my own opinion, strongly agree with the approach and procedure put forward for the selection process. In addition to launching the evaluation and selection process, this procedure is also able to get productive and flexible employee in accordance with the wishes of the company employees who have the characteristic assertive, friendly, persuasive, analytic, and such as employee can found through 7 selection process that we have discussed. Besides that, also using the recruiting method that has been discussed, that is to test the key competencies, is highly recommended because asking several candidates the same question allowed to compare how much experience they have in this competency from their previous job. I'm very confident with the proposed method that will be used by this company can find a quality workforce in accordance with the wishes of company, and this has a positive impact on the company best broker.
Well, I hope with this procedure of selection process, we can really get a productive and flexible salesperson. With the characteristic that the company needed, as we know that nowadays it's really hard to find salesperson that competitive and have a quality. I believe with the cooperation of everyone, we could select and hire the potential and quality salesperson.
All right.